Hi. Back in 2015, the Mental Health Review Journal published a pilot study that we commissioned looking at the effectiveness of cognitive therapy in relation to anxiety and depression, and it was compared with other NHS-approved talking therapies. And what we found was tremendously encouraging. 71% of people who went to see a cognitive therapist reported themselves recovered within 4 to 6 sessions, compared to only 42% of people using other talk therapies. So it gives us tremendous confidence in saying that we can help you with what you are currently experiencing. And the reason why we think it happens is that anxiety and depression are largely based on the way the brain works in regard to the future. But what happens to you is as you're going through your life, your brain constantly looks backwards at what has happened to interpret what is happening now, and as a consequence it goes out into the future to look at what is likely to happen as a result of this moment. This prediction facility helps to keep us safe. You go into a situation where you think, I'm going to go for an interview tomorrow. What's that going to be like? Well, your brain goes looking in the past for things like interviews. And if you've had a positive experience of interviews, then you're going to feel confident. Your brain releases dopamine into your brain. You see ahead going well, and you walk into the interview feeling very confident. If instead your brain finds a match in the past to negative experiences that it associates with interviews, then it's going to see the one in the future is going really badly. It's a threat. So instead it releases adrenaline and cortisol, which are the protection response chemicals that will either cause you to fight, flight or freeze. And then when you walk into the interview, you can imagine how you're going to be. You're going to be fearful, strong emotion makes you stupid, you're not going to acquit yourself well. That is anxiety. Anxiety is a fear of future outcome. And you can either have anxiety that is context dependent, as I've just described, or some people have what's described as free-floating anxiety, which is this feeling of impending negativity, something bad is going to happen. And it's become so generalized over time that they've lost the trigger for what it is, so it feels like anything could set them off. And because anything could, they're on alert the whole time, which is exhausting. But the more they think they're going to have a panic attack, the more they will. So that's one way that the future holds us back. With depression, it's a similar thing. That if you've gone through a series of life experiences which cause the brain to just continually to look forward and going, more of the same, nothing's ever going to get better. This is miserable, miserable, miserable. Same rubbish, different day. If that's what your brain gets into, then because you're sane, it's going to stop wanting you to move forward into that rubbish. It's going to want you to sit underneath the duvet for a while until the world changes and it's safe to come out again. But the trouble is the world doesn't change. You have to make it. And so actually sitting under the duvet, which is what depression really is in a way, it's just keeping you still until things get better, is the worst thing you can do. Because you have to take action to make circumstances change. But I know while all research shows that exercise is the single best thing to help people move out of their depression, it's the single hardest thing to get them to do. Because the unconscious wants you to stay still. Now, we can help. Because the brain is making these calculations out of a range of calculations it could make. It thinks that that's the best solution at the moment for you to be anxious or for you to be depressed or a combination of the two. And yet, it isn't so. It's only one possible choice. And we can help your brain rewire itself so that it actually finds in the past more productive ways of behaving that it attaches to your present situation, which causes it to see a more positive consequence, which helps you to release the positive chemicals that get you moving again. So we can both help you to calm down and to stay calm and even in the situation, and we can also help you begin to raise your mood and begin to get you moving forward again. And it doesn't usually take very long in either case. I would anticipate people feeling better with anxiety or depression within 2 to 4 sessions. So it really is worth your while getting in touch with us, looking on the website, finding a therapist near you who's been trained by us, and just finding who you're comfortable with so you can connect strongly with them and really move forward and get yourself going again. So I do wish you the best of luck with that.